it's a safe feeling of being here. And I felt that I had support.
Hi, I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Comfort Life. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading retirement communities and care providers to uncover insights to community lifestyle, care, culture, and leadership. This includes insights from residents, family members, and administration. This is the Comfort Life Insider Perspective.
Oh, well, I'm a longtime Richmond resident, and I had checked out an awful lot of facilities when my husband was still alive, but unfortunately he got ill and wouldn't be accepted by too many. And then it got so that we finally got here in name only, right? The suite would be available in June of 2020. Now, we had sold the house in January of that year, and my husband just slowly got sicker and ended up that he wouldn't be eligible to come here. So he went, we had a very good social worker or post health department, and they got him into the brand new Hamilton Village Care Center. And so I moved all my furniture and that into here, but I stayed with my daughter on Andrews Road for 3 months, just to make sure that Mike was going to be okay. And so I moved in here in September of 2020. And I can't tell you how much the staff, the residents, it's a safe feeling of being here. And I felt that I had support. I mean, I have 3 daughters that give me fantastic support. But when the people around you, where you're living, where you're being looked after, and they're there for you, it's a very, very nice feeling. And that's why I'm here. Unpacking. Like, yes, we had moved all the furniture and everything, the boxes and everything in June, but I didn't move in till September. So it meant, that I would be, and I had to go into isolation for 14 days when I first came here. But because I was in that isolation, the people at Hamilton had me on FaceTime with Mike. And so that was nice. And I also could do FaceTime with my daughters. Yeah, so that was great. And it gave me time to unload and unpack and sort of figure out, what I was going to do. So it was pretty nice. Very warm and welcoming. It really was. Like I say, my neighbor, Eva, it turned out that we grew up in the same area. of East Vancouver, and that was really nice. There was a lady that lived here, and I knew she was here, Irene, and she was welcoming, of course, and another lady that I knew through, she had coached my kids in Cosm hockey. And yeah, I had very welcoming. But like I say, the first 2 weeks, and then the following week, I went to visit my husband, and we had to wear masks and all that, the same as here. But I visited him, came back here, got a phone call. They had an outbreak. So I went to our management, and Anna at the time was the LPN in charge of everybody. Anyway, and I told them what had happened, and I said I would feel better if I was put in isolation again, because I would feel horrible if I was bringing that here. And they thanked me, and you know, the people that were doing these, coming to the rooms with your meals and that were really good. And one of them was a singer, and he always had a good song for you. Yeah, so it was not bad. Just, it's not so much as, how can you explain? When I finally got down into having meals in the dining room, and that took a while. If you remember that we were in isolation for a while. But what I like about it is that we're not assigned a certain table. We get to mix. And I've got to know a lot of the residents, and I participate in a lot of the recreation activities here, and thoroughly enjoy it, because the recreation people, we get exercise type classes every day of the week, except Saturday and Sunday. But each one has their own unique way of presenting, and most of it is chair activities, okay, or exercises. And that was great. There's a game we play on Saturday mornings, and it's called Roll the Trump. It's fun and lots of laughs, which, you know, none of us are very good at it. And we just enjoy the fact that, whoa, you got a 10. You know, so it's those kinds of things that go on here keep you pretty occupied. Like, I used to be a reader. I pick up a book out of our library. I have hardly time to read. So I'm just too active. There's the library, and there's certainly a large selection of books. A lot of them are the large print, which people of our age have trouble with seeing. And anyway, but it's a great asset to have that. Okay, so then we have what we call the dogwood room, and that's where the exercises, where the roller trump, where our happy hour, our everything, pretty well is done in there for groups. Um, and well, and I happened to have a 2-bedroom suite because it was going to be Mike and I, but I so enjoy having the 2 bedrooms because I have a daughter in Nanaimo, I have a daughter in Kelowna, and when they come to visit, they've got a bed to stay in. So I like that. Then laundry, 2 laundry tubs, 2 dryers, and it's free. It's not, you don't have to put the quarter in or whatever they do at these laundry facilities usually. We're not allowed to use them until after 2 o'clock in the day because all the housekeepers are doing the laundry for those that can't do it for themselves. So but it works out. I mean, now all the exercise classes, we have trivia, we have a giant crossword on Mondays, we play cribbage on Monday night. And we have a gentleman come in on Thursday morning and he does Tai Chi, which, like I said, everybody in those exercises, because they're all different. And like I just had chair yoga this morning. That was done visually and a video. Anyway, yeah. So I like roller trump best. But the gentleman that teaches the Tai Chi is pretty wonderful. Well, because of where we are situated, we're right across from the track, and I'm one that loves to go for a walk, but I find the sidewalks are very uneven and I'm always watching my feet. So, but if I walk over to the track and it's a even surface, and yeah, and also the senior center, the pools, it's all over there in Mineral. Yeah, and we're close to the mall, you know, and for people that are from Richmond, and you point out where they're situated here and how close we are to facilities outside of here, and then tell them what you have as activities, etc. here. To me, it's just it's a good thing. Well, you had to make appointments and come to visit. I mean, I searched this out 4 or 5 years ago because I wanted to sell my house and I wanted something like this. I checked other ones in the area. I wanted to stay in Richmond. I just feel if I was telling somebody, I would just say, look where you're going to be. This is what they offer. the rooms are, the washroom, the bathrooms are fantastic size. If you're using a walker or a wheelchair, the washrooms are ideal. That, well, I just feel that the location, the rooms, well, and you know that we've had new siding put on and new windows and that. Yeah, and just recently all the carpets got cleaned, and you know, it's just a good place for women mostly. It's a break from cooking, buying groceries. And in this day and age, I'm glad I don't have to be buying the groceries. And Lauren, our food manager, he's been doing pretty good, keeping the variety and that. And I don't think you'll find anybody complaining about the food or the service in the dining room. It's A1. It really is A1. And my daughter, who lives in Surrey, comes once a week, and we go out for dinner. And the restaurant we go to is one that she knows personally, and I've certainly over the years got to know them. But you know what? People that work here, the service, that kind of thing, outweighs most of the outside service agencies. This is top notch. And you know, when you get up in the morning, you go down for breakfast and you sit down, and the girl is pouring your coffee, putting your juice that you always like, and the marmalade, you know, and it's all there. And I just look at her, good morning. Yeah, it's like I say, the people that work here are just fantastic. They just are very warm and always complimentary. Have patience of Job, because not all of us are as easy to please. And yeah, I really think they're wonderful. And housekeepers, they the one in particular, she scolded me for using the stairs. And I said, why? And she said, the stairs are enclosed. Nobody can know if you've fallen or that, unless you're wearing your thing, right? And she said, so I'm only going to let you or recommend that you use your stairs only if you wear that bracelet. So that's what I say. People here, that's our housekeeping stuff, you know, they're good. No, I've lost my husband. He lasted a year out at Hamilton. But, you know, people here, a lot have lost their partners. And you feel free that you can talk about it. You can, you know, I don't know. I just, that to me was really important. At the same time, I know that others here are also missing their spouses. And it's a community feeling. We're all in the same boat, and yeah, it's nice. They're your family. They're out there. They're interested. They're yeah. They're not like I say. We don't have designated tables to sit at. Yeah, I love that. That although Eva and I usually are together.
For more information about this community, you can visit their profile at comfortlife.ca.